I finally made some decisions on this one. So this is the one where it keeps leaking gas, but it's so sporadic, and who knows when it's going to do it. And it's just, you know, she said she had the gas turned off, and it even leaked after that. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and return this carburetor, but I didn't get this brand. So what I'm going to do, I got a different brand. It's a little cheaper, and then I'll return this one. You know, I'm sure it's a fine company and everything, but you know, why risk it twice? Let's just go ahead and get a different one and see how it works. And because that just, I mean, I just don't want to give it back to the customer, just not knowing. And Amazon's frustrating all of a sudden. You know, for 2 years now, they've used the post office. They dropped the product off at the post office, and the post office delivers it to here. And they said they're going to stop using UPS, which is great because UPS gets here so late in the day. So, but all of a sudden, they're switching everything back over to UPS. I mean, I don't even get it. I don't know what's going on. So, like on Monday, I think it was Monday, I ordered all the parts for this so we can do a service on it. I ordered the parts for that machine there. I gotta get that box put away. And all on Monday. And then yesterday, it was supposed to be here Wednesday. So then yesterday I ordered this wand, and it says, do you want to ship it with your current delivery for Wednesday? And I said yes. So I figured everything was coming Wednesday. Well, I just wanted to check last night to see where everything was, because it said the wand shipped. So I checked, and they switched it from United States Post Office over to UPS sometime yesterday. So the wand got here, even though I ordered it a day later, and this is not going to be here till Friday. They just switched it. They didn't tell me they switched it. They just did it. And it makes you feel like you're going crazy. You know, that's the true definition of gaslighting. So that dog, she just does not like me making videos. You want to go inside? You want to see the dogs? There you go. So anyway, got the wand. So this thing is a beast. 4,200 psi. I'm not even sure I told you what happened to the wand, but we replaced the pump on this and got the pump going, and the original wand was broke too, so it must have froze as well. So we got a new wand, and boy, I tell you, that's hard to hold on to. That is tough. When you hit it, it pushes you back. You got to be really kind of ready for it. It's insane. So the John Deere down here, I've had it for days now, 2 weeks to be exact, and I finally got to return it today, so it's gone. But I want to go through this story. It's incredible how people do things. I don't even understand it. I mean, there's just no way for me to comprehend people. And I get it. The comment section thinks I should understand it, and you know, they think I'm the one that's nuts. Maybe I am. I just don't get it, but okay. So a guy calls me over 2 weeks ago, wants his deck belt replaced. Okay, he said it fell off. Well, when a deck belt falls off, 9 times out of 10, that's a symptom of a bigger problem, not the cause. There's something else going on that makes the deck fall off. Now, if you've hit a stick or a rock, that can cause it. But see, again, that's something else causes it. It's not, belts can fail. I mean, they can be old, and that can happen. But I never like just saying, okay, that's what it is. So he says, how much is it going to cost me? So I said, here's the labor cost. he wanted it picked up. So I said, here's the pickup and delivery cost. Those are 2 set prices for this. If it's just a belt. I said it so many times, if it's just a belt. And then plus the cost of the belt. He says, okay. So I go over there to pick it up, and it's in the garage. He's standing right there. And I immediately start investigating any other potential problems. And the blade is just bouncing up and down. It wasn't tight. And I tried to loosen the bolt that holds the blade on, and it was stripped. So somebody cross-threaded it. So that belt, or that belt blade bouncing around would have knocked the belt off. That's a huge possibility. But I'm going to have to replace the spindle because the threads are fouled up. And it's just not safe to try to clean those up. Not with the 200-mile-an-hour blade. You don't want to just, you know. So I told him, you're going to need a new spindle because of this. And I said, you may even need a new blade because the star pattern may be bad on your blade now. And then I spin one of the pulleys, and it sounds like a freight train. And I said, that's a bad pulley there. You hear it? He says, yeah, I hear it, but I don't know what that means. Well, I just told you what it means. It's bad. The bearings are bad. So I tell him that's going to need to be replaced, because that, since it's, you know, when you lose bearings, that pulley can bounce around now. And again, that belt can pop right off of it. So just putting the belt on, it could just fall off again in another 10 minutes. So we're getting ready to finalize everything. He says, well, do whatever you got to do to just get that belt on. Now, he has been very cautious about price and not being scammed by the bad mechanic. And I just realized so I'm going to have to cover up I did put a shirt on. So you're going to see a blue dot on all that stuff that I just said. And darn, that's just aggravating. Let me get a shirt on. Well, one of these days the trolls are going to catch me, and they're going to be able to call me in and show up to my house because they have my phone number and address. So, well, yeah, anyway, the thing that's aggravating about this is I got to put it in a second editor because my primary editor I can't do a lot with it. It's always been handy. It's pretty easy to use. But the second editor is a lot fancier. But man, it bogs down my system. The internet's too slow for it. It's hard to use. But anyway, so this guy, he was very concerned about price and, you know, not getting scammed by the mechanic. And so I would take video of everything as I'm taking it apart. I take videos of the blades, the spindles, the threads, the pulley. There wasn't even a belt on it. Then I send him the price, you know, the bill. Now, originally, he said he wanted to pick it up on the 7th, or wanted me to drop it off on the 17th. Today's the 22nd. Well, on the 16th, he was supposed to call me and let me know what time he was going to be down on the 17th so I could take it over to him because he lives over in Kansas City. So, at 6:30 at night, I texted him and I said, are you coming down tomorrow? Oh, no. I had to cancel that. We'll come down next week. Well, when were you going to tell me? You know, I've been waiting for your call all day. So, I mean, he's privileged. He's special. So 2 days ago, he calls and says, I'll be down on the 22nd. Okay, great. And he says, and the thing is he keeps hanging up on me. I don't understand. He hung up on me. He calls me right back. He says, what time will you be over to drop that off? And I said, in between 10:30 and 11:30. And I always give this span of time, just in case something happens, you know, flat tire. You never know what's going to happen. I want to make sure I got plenty of time. So he says, that means you'll be here at 11, correct? I said, somewhere around there, yeah. And I'm thinking, you're going to get all aggravated about time, but you're days late. You said the 17th, and here it is the 22nd you want me to. So, you know, privilege. So I get over there, and I start unloading it, and he's leaving me alone, which is great. I mean, that is just fantastic when people leave me alone when I'm unloading, because it's just so dangerous. And as soon as I get it down on the ground, I get the, you know, the truck put back together the way it's supposed to be, he walks up. And that's just fantastic. And he says, so you got both belts changed? And I said, no, there's only one belt on the deck. I said, you got a new belt, new spindle, new pulley, which is exactly what I invoiced in new blades. Well, what about the other belt? I said, well, the other belt's a dry belt. You specifically said to look at the deck belt. He said, but you should have looked at the other belt. Well, why would I do that? I said, so what I actually said was, well, you said I was just supposed to stick with the deck and only do what I needed to do to get the belt replaced. Well, I would have thought you would have looked at the other belt. Well, what else am I supposed to look at? It's a guessing game with customers. They look at the other belt. So, you know, that's the thing. If I have to look at the other belt, that means I gotta crawl up underneath there. It's not a big deal. It's just, I don't. If I don't have to, because who wants to crawl around on the ground? And he specifically said he didn't want anything else. Whatever it takes to get the deck belt put on this. That's what he said. Well, the other belt is for the drive system. It has nothing to do with the deck belt. I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. But I just don't get people. Why would you be so adamant that you didn't want any extras? That you were very clear. And then turn it into, well, you should have done more. Well, that was going to cost more. You know, I don't get it. Where does this come from? I don't know. I asked AI what it thought. AI said, well, you know, originally the guy thought it was going to be 80 bucks or whatever. And then I get over there and realize, oh no, it's going to be really expensive because you got a lot of bad problems. So his mind's like trying to defeat the idea that this is a problem. Well, as the 2 weeks progressed along, he thought, oh man, this is great. I'm going to get new belts, new spindles. It's going to be like a new mower. And he was quite excited about the deal he was going to get for this. He's going to get a completely rebuilt lawnmower. Which is kind of exactly what I got the impression from. Because when he said, I'm really excited about this. Well, what are you excited about? You got a belt going. I mean, it's really nothing to, it's not going to improve the operation of the mower. At least I don't think it will. Maybe it was running badly. So, I don't know. I just feel like I am a lot more consistent with people in life. I try not to manipulate situations. I mean, I had a subscriber says that we all lie. And I am telling you, that is really difficult for me to believe. I just try so hard not to lie. So, well, I'm going to jump off of here probably a little bit early. So if you'll click this up next box that takes you video over to my other channel, I'll really appreciate it. Go check it out. So I hope I can inspire you. Be consistent so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.